Hi, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, we're going to do a pick a scroll today. There's going to be two scroll piles unless you look at the timestamps and see there's a secret one. But we're going to do things a little different today. I am actually going to reveal the scroll ahead of time to allow the image and the ink to speak to you and see what steps forward if you would like to choose that door of sorts to dive in deeper with some tarot and oracle. We're also going to utilize where Mr. Plasma here is, Ghost Tube Seer, for any visual inspirations that may further arise, inspire, or irritate. Overall, please do receive or release freely. When you're ready to pick your path, one or two, and you'll notice here, there we go. We have the crystal ball or obsidian. I'm going to take a moment to open up, and as I am doing that, you can choose. Timestamps are below. And if you're curious of what's over here, this will be the possible secret scry. I'm just saying. All right. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. May you meet a message with meaning. Gratitude galore. When you're ready, let us begin. If you chose the ink blot one, here we are. I tried to bring it up as much as possible, but it's very dark in my office today. Well, it always is, but nonetheless. So, you know the drill. Scroll one, path one, whatever shapes and symbols may be standing out, please feel well to comment below or keep to oneself. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I'm going to dig in here. Okay. So I'm seeing horses back. I don't know the words in the equestrian world or horse world when they jump up and they're like, yeah, nay. Very happy. But on the flip side, I'm also like, am I worried I'm going to fall back? So I don't know if that's something you might be speaking of. It's almost like, if I may, I don't have my pen with here. Oh, there it is. See this, like, it's almost like a little jack in the box. And you know how sometimes like a spider can scare a human, and a spider is like so small comparatively. That's what it's making me feel like. I don't know if it's a jack in the box or I'm actually seeing it as a jack rabbit. So a jack rabbit symbol might mean something to somebody, and it startles the horse, like this big strong horse. But I also want to know, on the other hand, when I go down the other rabbit hole, it's like doing that gallopy thing, like I'm getting ready to, like, when my hooves hit the ground, I'm going to go running, but not away from anything. When I go down this rabbit hole, I feel freedom. I feel power, maybe even, if I may, whether I fall back in surprise and gather my bridges and get back up, I do one of those, nay, and I like lift up, my feet hit the ground or hooves hit the ground, and I'm going to go. I am going to use, there's like a sensation of an emotion there, like whether it was a startle or fear or an excitement, whatever the case is, I am going to use that as like a spark plug in a car to go. Where am I going with this? Because it feels freeing. It feels like the first time you learned how to ride a bike and then you start to go off on your own and explore. It feels like the first time you might have gotten a car or a vehicle, or you were able to navigate the subway systems, the bus systems, and you were no longer held somewhere by means of not being able to come and go. Does that make sense? That's where I feel like I'm at. I'm fishing. I feel like I'm fishing. Sorry, was I sharing that? I don't even know. There's something around my neck here. I think this is in the throat. I speak. Hold on. There's a lot of space. It's almost like there might be a necklace or a thing or an item that empowers that and enhances that. I don't know if it's a necklace with a crystal or a necklace with a family's charm or something somebody gave you, a pendant. There's something. And now it may have a meaning symbolically out in the world, but I feel like what it means to you doesn't actually reference what it means to the world. It's because it was somebody's or something or your connection with it. And it actually is like enhancing this because I'm seeing it as like a tuxedo collar almost by having this necklace or this pendant or it's something. I'm seeing like, I think it's Mickey Mouse, his little outfit. And also, he just stepped forward. I think I'm looking at really close up. Okay. Remember how I was like talking about the spider and the human and the size difference, but the fear or the startle or the, pick them up or pick it up and get it outside calmly. I think I'm looking really, really close at either an ant or and maybe it's your aunt's necklace or pendant or charm or something. But I feel it's an insect. I'm so close up to it. I don't know if it's a praying mantis, but I'm in that world. I'm in that world. See, maybe even a grasshopper. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. What else do we have here? I feel like there's something speaking right in the negative space here. Somebody may not physically have wide set eyes, but it's like wide set eyes. And right at the bridge of the nose, up to the crown forehead, to the other chakra there, is it the Siam? I can't remember. It's fine. I don't need to get constipated. Down to the throat. Okay, so I am here. Not at the crown so much. Right at the hairline. There is like when somebody might do like those snore strips or pore strips. There's something right in there. Okay. So if I go back to like that Jack in the Box, Jack of the Bunny, whatever it is, the little startle, it's like I don't know if I did something like punk my nose or bunk my head or something like that. It could also have something to do with snoring or your sinuses. But nonetheless, it's like this channel specifically, this channel. I don't know if there's any tapping going on or this is flourishing. Because the way I'm seeing it is in the movie City of Angels. And you know how dusk and dawn, I believe, or day and night, they take in the sun? Yep. Hopefully I'm not making that up, but even if not, that's what it is. It's like I want to receive sun and maybe moon. And then I come back to the horse and I'm galloping. And it's like, that's the point, the breeze, as I'm like galloping through. That's the point. I feel it the most. It might be a praying mantis. All right, let's dig in before I decide to flip it. If you see anything else, of course, please feel well to comment below. Okay. I hope you're doing well. And if you haven't already, please do consider like, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are great. What do we have here? Passion. Okay. I'm just going to create it like a vision board here. And if anything is standing out, we're going to let it stand out. We have happiness. Look at, there's that sun. Is that a flower in there? But I'm seeing it as an angel, but it's almost like it's radiant. And defense. See those little claw things up there? Like when I said I felt like I was in the insect. Little pinchers. I think it's a praying mantis. Okay, I got to come back to the fishing thing for a moment. For me, anyway, I feel like I'm talking to myself when fishing. This doesn't have to be literal fishing, it could be symbolic fishing, contemplation. Something comes up and out of the water to talk to me. It could be the water of my emotion, something reveals itself. It doesn't have to be literal. That's what that feels like. Okay, sorry. I'm going to continue. I'm going to flip it as well. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're good. I had to move it all the way over there because there was space. I take up space. It's a small space, but just a thing. Happiness. Star. The silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. The sun and the stars. I'm not giving you the finger. It just happens to be the way I picked it up. But it is a power finger as well, so maybe that's a thing. I wish I knew more about insects all of a sudden, because I feel like there's a lot of insects coming through. I'm also seeing what I think is it's not an octopus. I feel like I'm all skewed today. That's fine. I don't think it's an you know what? I think it is an octopus, but it's not a regular octopus that is depicted like with a round head. It's a different kind of octopus, or it just has a different shape. It's still an octopi, just a different expression of it. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. The silver energy of a stars bring good luck and serendipity, happiness, defense, passion. I feel like I'm back on that like fishing thing. What? Oh, okay. So it's like passion and prosperity are together. Like that's the alchemy. Yeah, it's like that's the alchemy. I feel like I'm a little defensive over my happiness. Or defensive over, excuse me. Do you know what it makes me feel like? I feel as though, I'm going to say it, I don't really know. I feel like, oh, okay, I'll just say it. You can take it or leave it. I feel like I'm damning the divine to the way I have to have it done. And I feel defensive about it a little bit. I feel like that's a strong way of saying that, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's the contemplation I need to get. That maybe saying it in this really rough, real way is what helps me realize I really want to protect something. Okay, give me a moment. But it's like in order to receive more energy, I give more energy. No, wait a moment. In order to receive more energy, I use more energy. Why am I so defensive? That's how I'm feeling anyway. I am powerful. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. Oh, I am defending. Okay, so I as Steph got, yeah. I will defend what makes me happy and passionate. Because prosperity comes in many forms. Happiness comes in many forms. The dusk and the dawn, the sunrise, the sunset don't compete or compare. They hold their respective spaces. And in between, it's like, I can see that. I can play in between the bookends of that. Oh, and then it creates time, the time for divine timing to come in. And density timing, right? Like where we are here now. It allows them to work together. And there is some sort of succession about something, 33344. It's like I'm building the next 4 to the 333444. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. This is why I'm feeling so strong. I'm very powerful about it. Yes. You know how when I was talking about the spider and the human, now I just like it bonked me right in the forehead. I saw it as a star looking at the sun. Like the sun is not scared of a star. And when I say scared, you know what I mean? Like, and vice versa. It was just a really nice way of it coming through. It's a really nice way of it coming through. I hope this makes sense to somebody. I'm not really sure where I'm at here because I don't know where I went, but here I am. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, there's another pony in here, pinching my nose. My nose has eyes, so I feel like I'm Claire Sniffer. You might have this ability to like sniff things out. Maybe this is the chaos that you're defensive about. No, not but do you know what I'm saying when I'm saying like defensive? It's like having cyclonic power. Cyclonic power. Thank you. So when I went to the nose, because they're like, not bucking broncos, but they're still horses. And it's actually bringing me into the show BoJack Horseman. Can't really remember there, but it's in that nose thing again, because there's like, you might have a clair gift or clair sensitivity about smelling scents coming through, scents. And it brings me up that channel again. It's like by acknowledging the scent, and it might like, got to contemplate, fish for some memories, and not, activate. But it's almost like fly fishing. Like you throw it out there, you cast out, and then the connection. And whatever is that scent is connected to steps forward. I'm coming back to the pendant or the necklace or something along that lines. It's like of the same thing. And it's like through this fly fishing thing, I do that, and then I end up getting this pendant thing. And then I'm kind of cruising because I can't help but say, like in this scroll, I'm like, walk like an Egyptian. You also have here belonging, House of the Night. But notably, House of the Night has all the lights on. And it kind of reminds me, interesting. Last night I was on the front porch at night, and the house across the street from us, it's new. It's very bougie. It's very fancy. Or at least it looks fancy to me because it's new. So anyway, it had like all these outdoor lights, like maybe pot lights for outside. And typically it doesn't, like it's had it a few times, but it's not a nightly occurrence that they have these lights on. but it was very noticeable last night, and I was kind of captivated by it because it wasn't the lights in their windows, it's their outdoor lighting that enhances like certain maybe angles of the architecture or the, I don't know, the brickwork. It is new, I don't know, so it's very nice. But anyway, it worked because I was like, huh. It just stood out. It just stood out. And that's what it reminds me of. Okay, let's get ready to close out here. Oh my goodness, pile one. You know, your tarot card is the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. Should we get one more? I feel like that might be a nice gesture. You know, we all like to work in threes for the most part anyway. Nine of Wands. Okay, so that defense is like a little bit of a block. You know, like blockhead or a bloom. Blockhead or a bloom. Don't block your own happiness. It's like being so dense, divinity can't come through. You know what I mean? Something from your childhood specifically is coming in. Remember when I was talking about something coming out of the water? Something coming out of the water. This little boy here. I think this might be inner child wounds. Or it seemed like this is the way I'm seeing it. Adults just seem to eat me alive. I don't know. It just... I don't want to be dramatic about it, but the way it's feeling, whether it's energetic, spiritual, personal, yada, 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 yada. Maybe you had to make a lot of sacrifices in your life. Maybe you were like a child star, or you were really good at something, and you know, your parents like hustled to be like, oh, they're going to be our star. So they just kind of worked you overtime, or, you know, you were kind of pursuing their dreams on their behalf, or the complete opposite. And you weren't able to do that, or it wasn't your jam, and it kind of encaged you in this... I don't want to be dramatic and say it's like now I belong to this nightmarish story that's complete chaos, because I felt I was led to feel like I was chaos because I didn't fit into the containers. But I was a kid. And I feel like I was just feasted upon somehow. Maybe you're also, if this isn't about you as a child, this could be inner child, being surrounded by energy vampires in your job, whatever the case is. Apply the wordage that feels good. And to survive in this space, you had to cage to survive, to protect yourself from this house of night. And again, I'm not poo-pooing on night, and night is not always bad or creepy, and sometimes this card comes up and it's just so, but right in this context, it's changing forms on me. So, okay. And it's like suddenly now I am this kid again, and I'm going up to this house, and it's like, huh. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Stranger danger. All sorts of vibes are telling me no. Somebody's coming up to me and saying, hey, little kid, would you like some candy? This is where my defenses really work well. This is where my instincts work well. My gut feeling, my root talks in the throat and says, nah, turn around and go. For some, I also might have been bullied because it's bringing me back to the horse falling over. But I want to note, as I'm just getting ready to close out here, because I feel like I'm all over the place and I've already rambled. Oy vey, I apologize. The yammers. Divine order. I feel like in one way, shape, or form, wherever we've been in this journey, whatever context that you've connected to, star, prosperity, passion, and happiness, your ability to be you on your own terms, on your own time, and almost, if I may, realize that you already belong, we already belong by being. And while it's nice, to be among, I don't want to say like-minded people, because to be honest with you, that's not how it feels. I'm not going to be my own block. Okay, yeah, switch it. I'm not going to be my own block in being my own blockhead and not allowing destiny or divinity to come through in the timing or the way I think prosperity needs to look like. I can have, and this is how I'm feeling anyway, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. What I feel. And I notice, is that instinct? Is it intuition? Am I imagining something? Do I need to ask? Do I wish upon a star? Have I truly released, or healed, or embodied the healing of maybe this nightmarish story that was off to the side? Bullying, adults, being my own blockhead. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what it is for you if it's your Scry story, and if not, hopefully you've checked out another pile or pile 2. Because now it's like I'm not only speaking it, I'm expressing it. What is powerful? My passions are powerful, and prosperity. Passion, prosperity, and power. And it's all happening with Lady Portia in divine order. Because now you're listening more than ever to all 3 of those. And then if any of these nightmarish people, creatures, things, they go in the cage outside of you. Like you don't cage them and imprison them based on your judgments, but it's like what is that, like roller? Did you ever see like roller derbies or something where they're in that big cage and they're like roller skating to motorcycles? It's like their chaos stays out there. Your circus, not mine. Because I have support for my passions that I'll pursue. And I will defend them as well. I will defend them. But it's almost like knowing who's worth your attention, energy to even defend to. And that is the living it. The proof, that's the proof in the pudding. Pile 1. I have yammered on so long, but I am so grateful for you. I hope you meant a message with meaning. Maybe I'll see you on the other side of the door for scroll 2 or the secret one. Timestamps below. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hello, pile 2, scroll 2. I don't even know the words. Insert words. Oh, when you are ready. I feel like we're going down the obsidian side of the crown, and I love it. I love it. I love it. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment those shapes, symbols, and stories below, as they do connect our individual to interconnected insights and inspirations. Or you can keep to yourself too. Thumbs up or an emoji will do. Oh, I'm seeing Elmira. This fancy dress. I'm also seeing a necklace from Survivor. Like, what's that? Immunity necklace. This is also my Terminator scroll. I'll be back. You will be back because you have immunity. So you will be back for the next episode. You will be back for the next crowning achievement of said thing. There's also something else coming through. Give me a moment. I'm just trying to... Because I'm in the eyes here and I'm actually trying to focus my eyes, which is interesting. I feel like I'm at a docking station. Yeah, I'm at a docking station. I'm also seeing like two, I'm going to call them icebergs or like floating ice thingies, if you can imagine any show that may have depicted that, or reality documentary, whatever. And it's like two pieces are floating together and they like dock in at like this bridge of sorts. It's kind of also bringing me into Fringe, the show Fringe, when the two worlds not collide, but they come together. And there's like this bridge that they build, or I don't know what it is, but something along that lines. This Elmira, I can't remember. It doesn't have to be her specifically, but it's definitely something about like a dress. It's like I'm hearing a song. Do 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 dun 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 dun. Like it feels. What is that? I don't know, cha-cha, or I don't know. I'm looking in a mirror. I am looking in a mirror. And when I look in this mirror, it's not in the typical mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. It's like I'm talking to, I feel like I'm saying things inspirational to myself. Even to my shadow. I'm like, you know what? I see you. I feel you. You got power. And that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm nurturing the shadow aspect with gratitude. I see you. It's not this thing like this, the way I'm here, and I'm sure I'm butchering this, but hopefully the sentiment I'm feeling behind it, it's not like the typical topical, as we say, you know, the light and the dark, the shadow and the shine. Like it's always this like the light and the dark, the shine and the shadow. It, you know, it kind of has like this little da da da. The tone goes da da da. And this is like, no. Does that, I don't know. Something about, it's not second. It's not second best. It's not second in command. Maybe it's the subconscious speaking back to you in this mirror, hence like the mantras or aspirations, inspirations that I'm speaking to it, because you realize like, or the way I'm feeling, that's actually what the power that's going to be able to do something with it. Yeah, to give you a blessed day. Oh, happy day. And look at that. Even in this card, sorry, there we go, is the sun and the moon. The shadow and the shine. Not the shine and the shadow. And it's this transformation in this. Subconscious, unconscious, shadow, shine, up, down, any polarity that feels good, ugly, pretty, beautiful, smart, dumb. Good luck. Sorry, give me a moment. Because I'm not really sure what they intended this image to be, but I always see it as Jason from the horror movies. Okay, so I'm going to follow that. That's the way I see it. So I'm going to follow that. The way this is making me feel is that, you know, in every like depiction of a horror movie, or I don't know every, but I feel like I'm so dramatic sometimes, and that's great. I'm going to let it be. And you know who like the main characters are going to be because they always somehow get away, or the most drama happens to them. And the camera obviously follows them, but you can even see along the way of this, horror movie, scary, whatever. I prefer spooky, more or less scary. But nonetheless, even if they meet other people along the way, you can pinpoint out, oh, this is going to be somebody for a bit. This is going to be like they're an integral part of this story for a little bit anyway, or maybe all the way to the end. Who knows? That's what this is like. You're even like watching the scary movie, you're going to make it through. And you know that. It's bringing me back into Survivor as I saw the immunity necklace again. You're going to make it through. You're going to make it to the final 3 or the final 4, whatever the case is. I can't remember right now. Because of your willpower. And whatever, it's like the end of the Survivor game or the horror movie and a rebirthing. You're a changed person. You're a changed person because of what you've been through, what you've seen. And this isn't in a woe is me situation. This isn't as like, oh my goodness. Okay, for whatever reason, it's coming back to the Survivor thing. And I'm going to flip this as well. It's almost like it's saying, like if you watch the show Survivor and they don't eat for however long or they eat very little. But then maybe you win $1 million or maybe you win 250 grand, or you make the jury, whatever the case is. And it's like, don't feel bad for me because you come back withered, unfed, and just you stepped into the storyline for the chance at rebirthing yourself. And you have luck on your side because you have the power to go through it. You understand something. Goddess, healing feminine energy. That's beautiful. Look at, I know I just flipped it, but I'm going to flip it back. I apologize. See that figure? Figure. Circle up. Goddess. Goddess. Boom. That's what. Boom. I love it. Okay, can I flip it back? Maybe this is what you receive through it. There's also something about like between moons, waxing, waning, this, that, or the other. Maybe you work with moon time specifically. Maybe it's your cycle. You don't have to be female here. This, again, I'm looking at the calendars. I'm seeing the calendar with all the different moon symbols and shapes. And I feel like I have some sort of understanding about that. And while I'm not personally like into worshiping of any sort of energies, but it feels like it's just information, right? It's like the tides come in, the tides come out, the sun rises, the sun sets. Somehow it's not somehow like it's some mystical thing. It comes in as information. You see a pattern and you work within the energy of the pattern. That is like the hourglass figure. You don't get stuck in the bottleneck of it all. Yeah, there's something about sleep here. I'm also seeing Howard the Duck. Did you ever see that movie, Howard the Duck? I cannot remember anything about it. Howard the Duck. Okay, we have here Philosopher's Stone and Felix Felicius. Oh, I probably butchered that, but there you go. I'll read them in just a moment. Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation, wishes, and goals. A power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. You have lots of luck here. I think you understand that. Oh, who am I seeing now? Is there a girl Terminator movie? Don't even know. Can you throw me a different one? What's her name? I feel like she's a Tomb Raider. Like the female Indiana Jones. Oh, okay. So even as I'm saying it that way, and I don't mean to get all up in this. It's like when I was talking about the shadow and the shine, there's like this tone down, like, oh, you're the second of the subconscious. You're the second to. It's like having a feminine energy Terminator and a masculine tomb raider. Oh. Something also about A-frames. I don't know if that's where I'm at. I'm going to leave that message where it is. Maybe it means something to somebody, or you will be able to dissect these symbols on the wall, the words, the images. And when I was saying that, it's because I see a different dress, not the same dress, a different dress, but with like guns as arms or as hands. I have wolves for ears in the trees. Wolves for ears in the trees. Like my hair is a forest. My head is a forest. Look how skewed I am today. That's fine. Some of you also might have a fear of clowns. I feel you. Can't say they're my fave. Can't say they're my fave. Do we have anything for pile 2? Vision, Aphrodite. Oh, interesting. I think that you might see, if you have a female, feminine or masculine, both energies passed on, I think you see them, or you will be seeing them very soon. In a vision, in a dream, something about the sleep, because I'm seeing sleepers. Like when we were kids. Sleepers. Onesies. Whatchamacallits. Also something about maybe using crystals when you're going to bed or for sleep to help you manifest whatever it is that you want. I am adaptive. Flexibility is your forte. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in the unexpected change. Be brave and bold in your endeavors. Well, you're definitely brave and bold. I feel like you're really blessed, but it's like you worked your butt off for it. You work your butt off for it. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. That's too much. That's too much. So now I'm seeing a bunny, like the Energizer bunny, but all like jacked up with like his ears are Transformers and his, I don't know what it came right back out. So I'm going to listen to it. 29, I am insightful. Or 11. You are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. While you're here, you're scrying with me. Yes. If some of you also, okay, I'm back in the forest. That's my hair. That's my scalp. Some of you might be really apt at land scrying. I know it's not called land scrying. I actually can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to think of Ted Andrews' book. But you read the landscapes. It's like learning how to drive a boat, I can imagine. And to get your boater's license, you might need to, like, if there's a rock under the water, it might do something on the surface. Like I would imagine anyway, maybe this is not a truth, I have no idea, but you learn to read water to some degree or another to see if there's, anyway, this is what it makes me feel like. In your insights, something about the sky, but it's like following the sky down actually to the horizon and land. Like you could, maybe you're even like, you can look at a house or an opportunity or information and read the geography. You might be a remote viewer or be working on remote viewing as a skill set, as a I want to say like as a hobby, but really it's like something you enjoy doing. But you know it has benefits to help you adapt to certain situations or bring about something. Different visions, different visions. Okay. Let's add on a tarot card. Four of Hazards. Six of Swords and Six of Cups. There's the boat. There's the boat. If anything in the art stands out to you. So you're not listening to naysayers. Even if those naysayers are within yourself, little aspects. Somebody also has like a fairy, the best word I can use is goddess. I don't know what their terminology is. Like a fae mother. I don't know the words. Yeah, but you might have fae fam. For some of you, you might have been orphaned young, like your parents passed away or there was some sort of tragedy. They used to fight a lot. They used to fight so much. Or at least that's the way I'm hearing it. Whatever it is going on, I used to hide. I could hear it. I could hear it. You might have a sibling. You might be... Okay, so I go where the messages go. There's also some that might have had parents that were criminals. So maybe they didn't pass away. They went to jail or they went to prison or something like that. And you had like a lady or somebody come in and take care of you, to step in, whether it was an auntie, grandmother, a stranger. Maybe you were in the system. What is that called? Apologies. I know the word, but I don't know it in this moment. But there was something that you were, like the energy adaptation. Because now there's something you see, like maybe you do something as an adult, when you don't listen to naysayers or when people start fighting or acting irrational or something along that lines. It's like the whole shadow and the shine looking in the mirror here. They can soothe. I can self-soothe either way. It really makes me want to cry when I think about this. But I want to come into your willpower. It's being acknowledged by this spirit guide, this woman, this fae mother, this somebody. Because you have carved something out. You truly have carved, like if you were given a block, a circle of opportunity, you created every shape possible. The size of the first circle is not indifferent to the second, third, seventh, whatever. I don't know. Again, it's you just adapt different sizes you can fit into. But I feel like this healing feminine energy now, wherever you are in this message, if this is resonating, you understand something on a level I can't even, I'll be honest with you, I don't even think I can conceive of. I have piranhas as slippers. But these piranhas are really on sticks, making shadow figures so people think there's piranhas. It's having the sign on the door that says, beware of dogs. And you have very lovely dogs. There's a healing that's been happening or has always been happening, and you have consistently stepped into it as a survivor. An immunity, you get to reach the next day, which is always a blessing. You know, when somebody on Survivor gets that necklace, they have a certain ease knowing that they will be here for the next day. We have here, last message, sorry, Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magical, magnetic, and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Does that come up? I don't know. We're all in the world of fuzzy land today, and that's cool. The Philosopher's Stone, manifestation. You have luck, rebirth, blessed day, goddesses, gods and goddesses, and visions. Oh my. Oh my goodness. So remember, can I bring this up? Okay. You can take a look at my bit. When we were talking about in your scroll, right? Mirror, mirror on the wall. And then the goddess came in with the hips. Boom, boom, boom. And now, in that same circle of that head is Horus. Notably, can I flip it for a moment? Will I remember? Will it still step forward? I can't say. No, it's not stepping forward again to me. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to leave it here. Pile 2, scroll 2, path 2. I am so, so grateful for you. I hope that this has inspired, educated, or entertained. And if you haven't already, please do check out the timestamps. And I will see you again soon. You warm my haunted heart, and I hope that I can send you as much love as I possibly can. So gratitude. Bye. Sacred Scry. When you're ready. Woo! Well, you have something coming up on GhostTube there. See if we can take a bit closer look at it. And it disappeared. Awesome. I do believe what I resonated with anyway was as I saw the future. Like the words carved in stone, old style, but in a new font for the future. New font for the future. Carved in stone, but that doesn't mean it can't be smoothed. Telling you what a weird day today. A weird morning. It's all good though. We are here. We are here. When you are ready, Secret Scry, for your ink. You know the drill. If anything stands out, please see, sense, and feel for yourself first. We'll add on Tarot and Oracle along the way. Okay, so you know those kind of flowers that bloom and then they kind of go up in a cone. I don't know the names of them. That's what I'm seeing. It's one of those tall flowers. It has a big bloom. You got big blooms. That's how I'm feeling here. Like it's just okay, so I'm probably, let's do this. It's just one blooming after another until there's this peak, pinnacle that actually creates this connection for the next season. The next season, I don't know if that means anything to anyone. The work done now, it's almost like the way I'm seeing like an apple tree. Every year it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. You know what I mean? It just doesn't start with juicy apples or big ones. The apples reflect the size of the tree, the health of the tree. And even a small apple tree can produce beautiful mini apples. But they're not mini. They're the perfect size of the apple per the tree. Well, that's where I went with that. And that's how I feel about that. I'm also seeing, I'm sure there's a word for it, like scrying something in. Oh, excuse me. But it has these very particular kind of, I don't know what they're like, flywheels or something or other. So you don't have, like they're not flat. They have little wings on them, so you can very easily do that. You have a woman coming forward here. Can we take a better look at her? Okay, so see her. Hopefully she's not upset. Yeah, she might be a little growly. I'm not going to lie. The way I'm feeling, though, is if you remember the image we saw earlier, the font of the future, it looked like graffiti carved in stone. And she kind of looked like a graffiti artist. That's how I feel. And if I may, oy vey, it's almost like giving, I won't do it, but giving the power finger. It's like rebels or, you know, and maybe there's some things you've had to do that. You've had to give the finger to some things. Establishing some sort of equilibrium in your own energy. And sometimes that means, because the way I'm seeing it is, sometimes that means you got to go give the finger and walk it. This is a classy read. This is a classy scry, you know? But then I also want to know with the whole finger thing, and I just like, I think I mentioned it to a subscriber. I commented. Also the finger guns, like as cheesy as it is, but cheesy is being fun. Finger guns. Yeah. You're the best. Yeah. So there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of fun ways to equalize energies that might be taking from your blooms, doubloons. You've also outgrown a shell. There's a bigger shell here. It's like those kind of crabs that go into bigger shells. Yeah, because you've got good fortune. Sorry, that was rude. So the cicada cycle, cicada of fortune, whatever's fortune for you. Because then I also have here balanced emotions. And I feel like here are the emotions in this cup. You know that, okay, well, maybe you don't know, but there's like, or game, and you're like, it's just a cup with the ball attached and you try and get it in, right? But I'm seeing that with water. And I don't know if somebody was playing with your emotions or some energy or element or environment was playing with your emotions at some point in time. And you realize the magic of your emotions. And you have just been able to protect a good portion of your power, not in a way to like hold back or feel constipated. I feel like there's a very healthy sharing here in whatever it is that you're doing, so that it's reciprocal. And if it's not reciprocated, fingers out. Fingers out. As simple as that. Sometimes a good old F you is what you need to do. And sometimes that's even to oneself. Even to oneself. You could just gotta be like, no. You know when you're bull pooping yourself. Anyway, sorry. 10, you have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others how to carry things out. This makes me feel like I'm a leader of a graffiti gang that's a bunch of artists, emotional. Well, maybe they move from their emotions or they create from their emotions, and that helps balance things out. It's also like reminding me of like an art therapy teacher. Now, you don't have to actually be any of these things specifically in regards to a title. Maybe you're the director of something. Maybe you are in a leadership role at your work in your human resources. Maybe you're the manager. Maybe you are just one of those co-workers that, titles aside, and people just naturally come to you to talk. You are wise. You have a wisdom about you, and that fortune is felt by others because it's not like you're doing it for them. It's like you just listen well. You listen well, and somehow, I'm not saying somehow and like it's some grand surprise, but somehow you are viewed as ingenious, and you're like, I really didn't mean to be ingenious. I apologize again. I didn't really mean to be ingenious. I was just listening. I maybe regurgitated a few words that you had said that inspired me to think of this or feel this, and I said it back, as this is an open, receptive conversation. Thank you. You could also be very wise beyond your years. That's how I'm feeling about that. Your love for others is powerful, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. I don't enjoy the word spread, but there it is. Your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all of whom would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. Well, I didn't even read it, and there it is. You so wise. All right, I got stuff coming up here. What do we got going on? See, there's more of that even up at the top. There's more graffiti like. And you know how graffiti has a very specific artistic style? And I apologize if it's not actually called graffiti. That's all I know. But it has a certain style to it. But it's pretty cool. Like some of the graffiti you can see when it's not done right as like a tag thing or insensitive, which truly is an art form. That really can like spice up beautiful, beautiful things. We haven't, Secret Scry, you guys have been the only ones. See, okay, so I feel like I'm in a little bit of like an abandoned building or a blank room, which is a blank canvas. And on the floor, there's this spotlight where I feel like you kind of stand. It's almost like when people, I feel like this is Secret Scry, I feel like this is people around you when they come towards you. You can like blank slate their energy for you. Look at, oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, we're still here. Sorry. Thank you. You guys got all the images. I don't know if that's like a finger gun. Can we go with that maybe? Finger guns a pointing. These rebels coming forward. What is the famous ones? Maybe they were coming through from pile 2. Because there is some criminal activity. But we've been even talking about it here, right? Those finger guns of power. The tude, the attitude of awareness. And I just feel like you're really good at what you do. Just by being you. It's not about what you do as a task. For a living, as a living, for money. Whatever the case is. Whatever it is that you're very, very well at it. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. That's nice. Sorry, there was somebody I was thinking of, but I don't know if it relates to here and now. Or, oh, look at this character. Look at this show going on up here. I love it. Maybe these are the spicy spirits that were around me yesterday because they were just Ramerson. But these are all characters. It's like attitudes. And maybe this is what you deal with. Maybe this is what you feel. Maybe this is, if it's not outside of you, this is the equilibrium of the energies and the emotions that you deal with. The different facets and faces of people, places and things, including oneself. And it's like, I just want to be happy. In relation to the bare necessities of life, this is dun, 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 bare necessities, a simple bare necessity. Happy or healing. Healing feminine energy goddess. This actually did come up in pile 2. Scroll 2, path 2, door 2. So there's a chance some of these characters flooding into your secret scry, but you know, you guys are the wise ones. Maybe they're stepping forward for a reason. But they had that energy as well. I feel like you're working with, if not are in maintenance mode of balancing your masculine and feminine energies. Yeah, you got the triple spiral here. It's almost like for whatever you've been through, you can now or try to move through life's ups and downs Just leaning into lessons, just leaning into them. Okay. And then you have here spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. And they really are trying to help you connect to what you love, what makes you see. I don't know if that came up in 2, but it's definitely in relation to, that's fine. I want to stay in very much so in the presence. This is like so much as above, so below, and in between. It's like seeing a lava lamp. Imagine if a lava lamp was just going cray cray. You'd be like, this is not soothing at all. It might be psychedelic and has its place. It might be fantastic. But you were looking for a lava lamp. And maybe because you're such a genius through yourself, through other people, places, or things, you can shift the energy from lava lamp to psychedelic, party to profesh, You've got many personalities, and they're all part of your portfolio. Your tarot card is the 9 of Swords. So we have here healing feminine energy, but in the card depicted, it's the healing feminine energy is helping this masculine energy. King of Cups and the High Priestess. Again, very much so. Masculine, feminine energies for me. There might have been something. Now, if this isn't you, this could be, a male in your life, a father, or a person who's going through something. Could be grief. Maybe they just need help with their balancing their emotions. And you help them because they are somebody important. Like, they are the captain of their ship. Whatever their role is that they might play. Maybe they are your partner. Maybe it's your wife, and they take the lead. But their masculine energy is just needing a little love, needing a little help to balance out and kind of get above it. Get above all the water. There could be just a high tide, a high rise of emotions. And I need to dry off. That's what it makes me feel like. I need to dry off. And whatever this feminine energy is, it is helping the masculine energy within oneself, or again, externalized male or female. But it's the feminine energy absolutely helping the captain of the masculine energy. Because I want to know if it comes up. No? Will it show? Okay, I'm going to try. No, let's not be ridiculous. Okay, let's try this way. He is holding, I just say he for the energy, the very skull this priestess is holding or sitting on top of. I don't know if this has made sense, Secret Scry, but I'm grateful that you're here and that you've made it through. I am going to add on a final card. I can't remember what it's called, but we're going to throw it on there. Close this message out with love and light. I hope that you are doing well. You're feeling good. Triple spiral. Triple spiral. I feel like you're also creating. Who is that couple that I was talking about before? They're happy, even though they're like natural. Was it the movie Natural Born Killers? It might be. It might be. Like they're in love. I don't know. Lust, love. Just happened to be in that kind of way. All right. So last but not least, here you have the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Happy, good fortune. You also had here direct others how to carry things out. Something about getting back to basics. And I don't know if that means like literally the basics or uncomplicating something. It's like if the triple spiral was in a knot. It's like, let's unravel these and one at a time, and see how they're connected. See how they're connected through me or through this person. And maybe you've had something in your life that was like an intervention. You've had somebody come in and help you. So, you know, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you're a doctor, a therapist, director, maybe you work at McDonald's, maybe you're at the gas bar, or you're a bartender, whatever the case may be is. And I can only speak for myself, but I absolutely know and express that value to any type of position or title, because it's a service. It's a service to humanity. And there are times when somebody's getting gas after a long day. If you guys have full service, I don't know if that's everywhere. And if your gas attendant person is a prick or a douche, and you've just had a bad day or got bad news, you know, but when someone's pleasant, because they too might be having a bad day and they're doing the best that they can for that day, it's like those two energies help each other without even knowing it. You got class. There's class there. Not clashing. Class. I don't even, does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, also, there might be something about somebody being a director of nursing or caregiving, hospice. Spirit works with you and through you as people prepare to cross over. And you might help the family. It's like a grief counselor as well. You also might help marriages. I feel like I'm all over here. I feel like I'm very deep in this, and I'm kind of, okay, I'm going to let this be, Secret Scry. I hope this did serve, inspire, or if your attention here is just simply to hold space, I am so, so grateful for you. You have no idea, but you do. I love you and I adore you, and I will see you again soon.